How many RedBulls do you think you're gonna finish on this episode? Are you done with that one?
Let's get I hate a lot of white stereotypes. Number 4.
Damn.
Yes, sir.
But I think it's because of how I was raised. I have a big family, but I wasn't close with any of my family.
I would love for you to date my cousin.
You can introduce him to not Josh, but the other one.
John?
John, yeah.
Are those not boys?
No, man.
My girl's from Colombia. And over in Colombia, man.
Congratulations. Good for you.
It's about to get sensual.
Bow, bow, bow. Have y'all seen ChatGPT?
Yeah, I have seen some things about it, yeah.
So this is my first time using it. I had them write an intro for us. And by them, I mean the robots that are going to take our jobs one day.
Yep, there we go, bro. Let's go. We've been talking about this. What's the intro? Let's go.
All right. So this is written by a robot. Ladies and gentlemen, it's time to put your ears on notice because today we have a very special episode with the PocketWatch boys. We have Cruz, Zach, and Jacob.
Hey.
In spirit.
In spirit. And they're about to blow your minds with their thought-provoking insight, hilarious banter, and captivating storytelling. These 3 hosts are the masters of time travel, taking us on a journey through history, science, culture, and beyond. Whether you're a horology nerd or a casual listener, their passion and expertise will leave you mesmerized and craving more. So without further ado, let's give them a warm welcome and get ready for the PocketWatch boys.
Yeah.
I feel
Robot.
so much more valuable than what I really am.
Yo, shout out to ChatGPT. That is better. We've been thinking about that for 2 years. Like, and it was better in 2 seconds.
Yeah,
Wow. Okay.
They're going to take our jobs, bro.
I like
they
that.
are. Whether the audience knows this or not, we're actually not real humans. This is all ChatGPT generated podcast for the rest of the thing.
It's all AI.
Yeah.
We recorded enough episodes between the 3 of us that we just insert, clip, and then ChatGPT does the rest.
They say Joe Rogan. Joe Rogan has so many episodes of him saying every word in existence.
Yeah.
Right? You could get him to say anything, bro.
Yeah.
And AI, like artificial intelligence.
I've seen people do like fake stuff with like Elon Musk and stuff like that, and things have been going around, and him mouthing it and making it look so real, and he's really not saying any of that shit.
Yeah.
It's easy, man. And that, I love what you just did right there, because that's a great example of AI is just better than us, right?
Mm-hmm.
So we did that as a joke. That was funny, right?
Yeah.
But I'm literally going to pull that shit.
Clip it.
Like things that you said, I was like, oh my God, that's brilliant. Like, that's great.
This
And
man
it's-
Cruz is gonna be listening and writing.
But like we
pause.
talked about essays, like if you're a journalist or something, you're working really hard. Like that's not the easiest things to keep banging out consistently or whatever, right? Like thought pieces, whatever the case is. Look how great that is. Like, what did you put into it?
Yeah, it's beautiful. I said, create an introduction for the PocketWatch podcast. I had to add boy. Whose throat was that? Yours?
That was my throat. That Red Bull hit my stomach.
He said.
Yo, Zach's getting really excited.
That's funny.
He can't hold it.
But yeah.
My stomach went.
See, AI can't do that. That's what
Word.
I'm saying.
That's the difference.
Yeah.
That's funny.
I think you brought up in one of your podcasts that AI took a bunch of information and then created like a piece of art. What was it?
What are you talking
A bunch of information from like Paris or something like that.
And it made like a piece of art or whatever?
Yeah.
I forgot.
See, and you said humans can't do that.
Right.
But personally, I think AI is doing what a human can do. Because
Better.
like I could look at like all of Paris and then create an art piece and then sell it.
Mm-hmm.
And AI is doing the same thing.
Yeah. Well, I said that's what AI can't do, right? As far as art. See, because like AI, everything that's like a perfect science, AI is going to control that shit, in my opinion.
Yeah.
Everything that is a art, right? You will never get rid of the human aspect, right? So
Sure.
podcasts, like, which I don't even know anymore after that fucking introduction you just gave. But
Great.
like, even in accounting, right? I'm an accountant. In my world, like, there's certain things that there's no judgment, right? It's like, boom, that's the things that need to be done. Like, it's a science to it, right? But then, like, all the judgment stuff and all that, like thinking like, oh, well, like, do we do this for tax reasons? Do we do this for expense reasons? Something like that. Like, I don't know if AI is going to be able to get that deep. The art part,
they're not going to take it away. But I want you guys to kind of explain what your podcast is, the PocketWatch podcast. I've been on that before as a guest, and now we're having you guys on a guest on the slap.
Insert what ChatGPT said.
No, PocketWatch podcast is the point of view, POV of an accountant, entrepreneur, and a realtor. Laugh at us, grow with us. We're here to grow. No, laugh at us, learn with us. We're here to grow. See, ChatGPT did better. Like, I'm already rethinking everything. Laugh at us or learn with us. We're here to grow. We bring a bunch of interesting people on and we talk shit. Mainly, we can't help but to get to the growth or strategy or whatever the case is that people are doing. Or we just can't help but to, talk a bunch of shit and joke around. Like, your episode was one of my favorite episodes, man.
That's awesome.
Like, I mean, we just generally just talked and bullshitted or whatever.
Wasn't it the longest one too?
That was.
I take a lot of pride in having long episodes.
How long was? I know the one with Diago was over 2 hours.
Yeah, that was, and it wasn't.
Damn it. Who is this guy?
He was like some philosophical dude.
This motherfucker. Philosophical.
Man of Steel. That dude was, he's my barber right now.
But you know what though? It's a 2-in-1 that you pay for. You get a fire ass haircut, and you also get some self-evaluation done with yourself. You can sit down in a chair and it's like, how's everything? Oh, it's good. What you been up to? You ain't doing enough. You gotta do more. What you think you're doing? And it's like, yes, sir.
There's a language barrier between me and my barber. He's from Puerto Rico and he speaks English, of course, but just very little. And so me and him are just like, buen dia, and like dap up, and then we just fucking cut.
He speaks no English?
He speaks English, but it's rough.
Yeah. But that's the best.
Plus, I don't like to talk that much when I'm good. I kind of like to be groomed. I like to sit back and just let them do what they do.
No, man. That people, like, I've cheated on my barber a couple of times, right?
Damn.
And the guy was kind of telling me,
shout out to Nelson.
Barbers forget to, like, talk to you and stuff. And the whole time I'm like, I actually don't want to be talked to, And then, like, even Santi, like, we're really cool. And whenever I'm not talking, he's like, so what's up, bro? You're not talking to me. I'm like, I just want to relax. Like, I do not always want to. When I want a haircut, that doesn't correlate to when I want to talk.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I mean? Like, I just want to get the fresh cut. The other thing is, my girl, she's on TikTok or whatever, and her feed is straight anti-America right now, like that big trend or whatever. And
that's so casual. That's such a casual thing to say.
Well,
I know you just
she wants to move, right?
Okay.
And one of my big things is, like, because I lived in Kansas for a little bit doing football and other places, and my thing is like, man, like, I need a good haircut. Like, cool, we can move somewhere, right, where there's not so much racism, whatever fairy tale land there is out there. But I need a fresh cut, dude. And I'm sorry, but Puerto Ricans cut hair so fucking nice, man. In Florida, bro.
So you're going to Puerto Rico just for the barber.
That's it, bro. Kansas, I didn't get good haircuts, man. I heard you talk about Iowa before.
Yeah.
Where did you go to Iowa for?
So I was born there, and I moved here when I was 10.
You were what part of Iowa?
Adel, it's west of Des Moines.
West of Des Moines.
Yeah,
okay, nice.
Why, do you know Iowa?
So I go to Iowa annually. All my family lives in Iowa. They live in Dubuque, Iowa.
Oh, I'm sorry, bro.
Yeah, it's Des Moines is Des Moines is a lot better, but like Dubuque. I was like, damn, Iowa. Like, I knew the truck, that gas station you were talking about. Casey's.
Nice. Okay.
Yeah, man. I like that. A bunch of road trips out to Iowa, man. Shout out to Iowa.
Mm-hmm.
That's funny.
Where were you born?
I was born in Colorado.
Oh shit! So you're a stoner?
No, I was born pre recreational legalization.
Yeah.
So no, I'm not a stoner.
Family in Colorado though?
Yeah, my older sister lives in Aurora, but other than that, that's it. My family is basically, my mom's side is over in southern Oklahoma, and then my biological dad's side is over in like Michigan.
Okay. Did your sister sell weed?
No. Sadly enough, it'd be cool
if
she was like a.
Speaking of, I saw some new Oregon bill getting ready to get passed.
Oh no!
Where they're gonna give
Oregon, like organs.
Oregon, not Oregon. Jeez,
Wait, how do you pronounce it? Wait. Because I say Oregon. I say Oregon. Is that correct?
Organ.
OREG.
He's an organ donor.
I always
He's
say,
an Oregon donor. Man, we'll do in that state somewhere else, man.
you know what's funny that you guys are actually bringing this up is while I was driving here, I was watching a documentary. It was actually a ride along documentary, but it was like a ride along with like a police officer, and they were talking about how horrible the drugs have gotten there since they kind of have decriminalized pretty much everything.
This episode is sponsored by RedBull. RedBull has a smell-proof bag that's not only smell-proof, but it comes with a built-in rolling tray. We got 4 Ziploc baggies, a UV glass stash jar, and two doob tubes. Not only does it have all of those accessories and is completely smell-proof, it also has a TSA grade combination lock, so no one can open this unless you want them to. You'd have to tell them their code. My code's 000 because I'm an idiot. We love this bag. This bag is literally the best. We use it everywhere. Mr. Go Get the Gas uses it. And not only that, you know we're all about saving money. We got a code for you. WETSLAP10 for 10% off your purchase. WETSLAP10. Also, there's a 30-day satisfaction guarantee. If you don't like the bag, send it back. You will love the bag. Also, there's a lifetime warranty. If something happens with the bag, you let them know. They'll take care of you. These are selling fast. We have this ad read a lot. These are flying off the shelves. If they're on shelves, they might not be on shelves. They might be on a floor or in a box. They're flying out of a box. Thank you, Rebel, for sponsoring this episode. As always, love you guys. Back to the program.
And they were like on a ride along with the sergeant or something like that. And it was just like Narcan call after Narcan call after Narcan call after Narcan call. Yeah. And the guy was like, we gave this guy a shot of Narcan. This is the 3rd day in a row.
What's Narcan?
Narcan is basically like whenever you overdose on opiates, you get a shot of Narcan and it basically immediately like brings you back from overdosing.
Narcan does the exact opposite effect of what a painkiller does. So like...
It doesn't block the receptors.
Yeah. It'll, heroin and painkillers, they'll like slow you down to the point where your respirations stop. And your heart stops, and then Narcan does the exact fucking opposite.
Narcan is isn't it like a shot of like it also has epinephrine in it too, right? No.
Yeah, I'm sure I think they do a mix.
I don't know, but yeah, it's also really harsh. I actually my grandpa was in the hospital and he had like liver cancer and stuff like that, and they actually ended up in the hospital overdosing him on fentanyl 3 times.
Wow.
But there was one time that they actually gave him a shot of Narcan, and that was crazy, man.
Who needs
like
drug dealers?
They gave him a shot of Narcan, and he instantly.
That's a real thing. There's a lot of people who go in the hospital, especially in the ER and the ambulance, who are just they call them a certain word, drug beggars or something, drug seekers. Instead
my
of
grandpa
buying
wasn't
from
a drug seeker.
Yeah, sorry about your grandpa.
I'm just joking.
He's like, that's a little insensitive.
I just wanted to put it in the comments there.
His grandpa was a great dude, but yeah, keep talking. Here's how you can overdose on fentanyl.
Oh, we're 10 minutes in, man. That's hilarious.
Let's go. No, but like what I was saying, which is perfect. So Oregon's like, oh, we got a problem. What are we gonna do? I got an idea. They got a bill that's getting ready to pass where they're gonna give $1,000 to the homeless monthly with no restrictions.
That's going straight to crack.
Bro, the drug dealers are like, fuck yeah.
Bro, for real. That's going, especially after what I just watched. It's like everybody, man. It's crazy. Like there was a police officer that rolled up, and he was in his police car, and these guys started like smoking crack right in front of him, like at like a bus station. He rolled the window down and was like, "Are y'all really doing this in front of me?" He goes, "What? What's the problem?" So he pulled over and like wrote him $100 ticket or whatever. And so I don't know if you guys know this because I just learned this myself, but they get $100 ticket if they are doing whatever drugs. I don't know if it's like a specific ones or all of them. They get $100 ticket, or they can enroll and go to like a drug rehab program. And they said that out of all the tickets, I forgot the number that they've written, which is a lot. They said less than 1% have gone to the drug program.
Yeah, fuck that. That's a lot, man.
And
$100.
I feel for them too, though, because I mean, addiction's hard, man.
Yeah.
Especially when you don't have you can't turn to the gym. You can't buy new gym clothes and like use the gym to help you get out of like drug use. You can't use your girl because you're a homeless guy and no girl wants to be with you. And you had a fucked up family, or maybe you are actually schizophrenic. Like
that's a hole.
It just sucks.
It's a different hole that you gotta dig yourself.
They can't get over it, man.
No, especially to the scale that they're currently facing right now. It's really, really hard to try to fix that problem with the number that they have. It's just like, if you're like in a bigger city with a smaller group, then you can allocate resources and it can kind of be utilized better versus where they're at with how massive a problem it is.
Yeah.
It's like you would need a lot of resources to be able to actually
my God.
And efficiently allocate it to actually see a benefit from it, It'll take a lot.
It's a big problem. But that's the other thing that I'll argue with my girl about when she's like anti-America or whatever. It's like, we got a lot of people, right? Like when you compare the United States to like Sweden or something like that, it's like, yeah, like you're comparing like let's just say you're a teacher or a manager or something like that, and you got 100 people. You're gonna screw like 10 of those people no matter what you do. Versus if you had like a team of 10 people, it's like you could coddle all those relationships. You know what I mean? Like,
and this is what happened, and I don't know how this happened, and I'm never super educated on politics.
Which one you want?
I don't care.
He's going for a second one. I love that.
You want the peach or the original?
Yeah, give me a peach. I'm feeling peachy.
There's also a watermelon one right here. I'll bust it open.
Okay, Kodak.
No,
how many Red Bulls do you think you're gonna finish on this episode?
Maybe 3. Let's see.
All right, bet we'll see.
Boy, you're gonna be.
I'm gonna be doing a
home.
fucking.
You're gonna be driving home. Why is my steering wheel shaking?
I just did a fucking podcast. It was amazing.
And Angeline's gonna be behind you, calling the cops. Be like, his license plate is. Inside joke.
Shout out to Angeline.
Shout out to Angeline.
That's hilarious.
Everybody's so focused on America as a whole rather than investing and focusing on your local town.
Yep.
Local government's so important, and we've gotten so far away. We deal with racism on the broadest scale. We deal with money and all these murders on the broadest scale. Focus on your community.
Yeah.
If there's a racist person in your community, to go on the topic of racism, since you brought it up.
Yeah.
Talk to them. Maybe make them feel a little uncomfortable. Maybe see why they're that way. And be like, that's completely wrong.
Yeah.
Rather than being like burning gas stations and like thinking about the world in a whole. Talk to the racist fucking Uncle Joe and talk to somebody racist in your family if you have somebody racist.
Be realistic about what you're gonna change.
True. Yeah.
Right. It's
locally.
like, man, like, and nothing against the big protests is needed for some things, right? But it's like too much of it, you're just gonna piss off the other side. And there's another side. Like I was talking to my girl about this, and I was just like, the fact that we're so divided, right, as a country on so many things, and outwardly our opinions are outward. Everybody's got all their opinions, and it's all divided on so many topics. I was like, that's what freedom looks like. You know what I mean? Like that's the definition. Like, cool. There's racism, in America, or like the guns is a great example, right? It's like the best. That's why they talk about like negotiating, whatever the case is. The best deal is when both parties leave unhappy. And right now, like,
sorry about that.
Yeah. No, we're gonna bring this down a little bit, boys.
It's about to get sensual.
Let's bring it down. I didn't know it was that type of couch.
It's like he got the IKEA couch now. It's the casting couch
now.
Maybe.
But it's true, man. Like, be realistic about what you can change, or like don't like put your opinion about it all the time. Like, do something about it. Like,
I actually kind of have like a popular, maybe unpopular opinion depending on how people look at it. Mm-hmm. But I really think one of the biggest problems that we have with like many different aspects of our society is how we are so set on the fact of Democratic or Republican.
Oh yeah,
identity politics.
Yeah, because that is a huge issue, because everybody feels like they have to support one or the other, and it also influences a lot of politicians to make decisions that sometimes they may not even agree with, but they know, for example, if you're a Republican, you are pro-life, but if you're a Republican, you're pro-choice, then it's like, whoa, you just pretty much lost like almost all of your Republican
so they can't
support.
Even do what they want to do.
Exactly. And I kind of learned this because like my girl's from Colombia, and over in Colombia, man,
congratulations.
Like, thank you.
Good for you.
But like over there, like their political group names are crazy. They have like anti-gorilla, like political party. So gorillas are basically like the the militia groups over in Colombia. So they have like anti-corrupt government political party. Like that's like the name of their parties. Is like they have like hundreds of different political parties. They just create basically each major politician will create their own party, and they kind of run for it, and they have like their own ideologies and their own things, and it's not skewed because it's not Democratic or Republican, and it's still a party technically.
I
but
think we could get there.
it's so cut. No, we can't.
Like Joe Rogan's
I think we're
a
so
great
far away.
example of like we can get there. We're not close.
No, yeah.
But
we
like
could.
I remember for a long time thinking like even when politics shit starts popping off, I'm just like, look, I'll listen to Joe Rogan. You know what I mean? Because like he will say one thing is stupid and another thing is great. You know, and it's like both things can be true. Like like you're Republican. I love what you do here, but what you do here is stupid. And if you're Democratic, I love what you do here. It's like, why can't we have that independent thought? Yeah. Like that in the middle.
Yeah. Well, that's what gives people like us purpose is we're doing podcasts where we are very free thinking and we have people on of varying cultures, ethnicities, careers, life paths, and you sit down and fucking talk. Yeah. There's a lot of people who give Joe Rogan shit for even having, especially on the right, people like from the right, like Jordan Peterson, Ben Shapiro. He'll even debate like Candace Owens. He'll debate Candace Owens on the podcast. And people are just will try to cancel Joe for even having Candace Owens on and platforming her, which is innately wrong. But I want to get more into what you guys do. Yeah.
We're going to sidetrack at least 20 times. I fucking love it.
You brought up that you've had a lot of rappers on recently and you get criticism for that. Why do you get criticism for having rappers on?
It's because partly like we're not quote unquote a rap podcast, right? So like, and that's something I want to talk about too is like we don't really have a niche, right? Same. Like I would say similar to you, and but a lot of the guests that we've had on and stuff are rappers and whatnot, and I think we have good conversations with them, especially certain rap podcasts you get on and they might not have the same conversations we have because we're kind of getting to the strategy or the growth or whatever while we're bullshitting. But also we're like three white boys, you know, like not white boys like Jacob's Puerto Rican or whatever. My name's Cruz at least. Zach might be the most Spanish dude on our podcast,
but I'm also genetically the most whitest one.
But we definitely like. Here and there, you know, we'll get some criticism about like too much rappers, this and that. But like, I don't really give a fuck because it's like you're not listening to the episode for the most part. Yeah. If you think that, you know, but that's really how we feel about it.
Well, that's also why I just asked you guys to come on this week is because I try to keep a variety. Yeah. Like I know you guys probably feel this is 1 week is somebody from this field, and then the next week I want an author. Yeah. This week I had a rapper. Okay, next week I want a guy who runs a podcast show. Yeah. Try to switch it up.
And it's so weird from us because it's like we get groups and almost in batches. It seems like it's so weird. It's like all the rappers want to come at the same time, and then we have like
comedians,
promoters at the same time, comedians that want to come at the same time. It's like, bro, how come these niches want to come at the exact same time?
That's funny.
So it's really hard. Like we literally just did 2 promoters basically almost back to back because what's it called?
Dave Ron, but he's like a YouTuber.
Dave Ron is like a promoter, but also Frankie Ryan is like a promoter for comedy. And then we just had H Dot, which is literally like the epitome of a promoter. Yeah. And that was like all within a couple weeks of each other. So it's just like.
But what's interesting for us is we did like, I think it was like a month ago, we went to a podcast expo, Podfest or whatever.
Yeah, that was cool.
Yeah, let me hear about that.
It was awesome, and we networked, and we talked to some people. We learned some things, but part of me also felt like, damn, this is like where shitty podcasts come to talk to each other.
Or did you feel like a lot of people were in a box?
Yeah, and that was it too. So like when you go to these podcast expos, right? We did, we did something that we're not used to, and it's like kind of like your elevator pitch of your podcast. Like we're used to kind of doing that with guests and stuff here and there. But it's a little different than when you're talking to like other podcasters or whatever. Like they're just kind of, oh, do you guys talk about pocket watches and stuff like that? And I'm just like no, stupid. You know what I mean? Like this is like our name is like the Lil Wayne lyrics of podcast names, right? Like if you don't get it, then it's just it's bars over your head. You know what I mean? Yeah. But they couldn't help to get into like niches, like what's your niche? What's your this? What's your that? And we're just kind of like, no, we don't have a niche. And then it felt like we were operating at like a deficit talking to people here and there.
I do want to add on to that though, and it's funny because when we were going, like I went in there like just like super humble, And I was just like, I'm trying to be like a sponge, you know, gain from everybody. So I went in and I'm just talking to everybody and connecting. And these people are like telling me like, oh, you need to do this, you need to do that, you need to do this to grow. This is how you get better views and all that. I'm like, oh, okay, that's great. I'm taking it all in, learning. And then, I'm connecting. So I'm just grabbing people's stuff. And then each night I went home and I'm looking through everybody and I'm like, y'all motherfuckers telling me how to grow, but y'all like where we were 2 years ago.
Yeah.
You know, when we first got started, and that's cool. I mean, it is what it is, but like,
Right.
like it just, everybody's in there going, like talking as if they're like some big head honcho. And I'm like, bro, why is everybody coming in here acting like so cocky and stuff like that instead of just being like more chill and more vibed out, you know? I don't know. That's one thing I got from it too. I thought that was really interesting.
Yeah, and it's like they don't like they tell you it's like going to school when you do those expos.
Yeah.
It's like here's the textbook of how to do a podcast, but they don't tell you like how to not be corny, like how to not, you know.
People give it, and also people just translate advice in the wrong way.
Yeah.
You got to lead somebody to believe it was their original thought. So if I'm really like, say I really care about my girl and she, which I do care about her.
Let's just say
Hypothetically.
If I did,
some crazy world.
but say she isn't sleeping enough, so throughout the day she's like angry. Classic girl stuff, right? I'm gonna lead her to the idea.
That
I'm
sounded
lead her.
sexist. I just wanted to throw that out.
I mean, they know damn well they never be sleeping and they get mad because they're so tired. I would lead her to the idea of more sleep will help her throughout her day, rather than being like, well, maybe if you slept more. Like, that's a bad advice.
Yep.
That's not going to translate. If somebody came up to you during the expo and rather than being like, you guys need to do this, even though they're unqualified to tell you, they should have led you to that idea and then had a genuine conversation about it.
Yeah.
Yeah.
People translate advice in bad ways.
Well, it's also like those that should be giving us advice do give us advice that way, right? Like you've given us a lot of advice on things we're doing right now, and it does come that way, comes off that way, it's received that way, it's great. But like you could just tell some people that can't wait to tell you what you should be doing, you know, like maybe they're operating at some deficit that they gotta like project this on you.
Yeah.
You know, like there's a lot of that too, because it's a big network event. Like you're surrounded by hundreds of other podcasters and stuff. That was the other thing that I realized. I was like, damn, like you think you're unique and stuff like that. Like I don't know any other podcasters.
How often are they posting?
That's big too.
That was another thing. A lot of them were inconsistent, and it also seemed like a lot of them weren't utilizing some of the strategies that they were telling us to utilize. You know what I mean? So
Well,
it was interesting.
Are you done with that one?
Yeah,
Sorry.
let's get we might hit 4, dude. Let's see what's going on here.
Bro, you're gonna be pissing like a stallion after this, boy.
Sorry. I need a good chub going.
I don't know if you guys. Fun fact here. I don't know if you guys know, but Red Bull actually glows in black UV light because of the vitamin B2.
That's a fucking dope fact.
Yeah, that's a
Do
fun.
you want to
fact.
be a co-host on the show?
I'm gonna come out of Brant's bathroom like, yo, I tried to piss in the dark, and actually there's just like piss all over the place.
There's a
You have to have UV light to basically do it. But yes, you're piss one. The reason I learned that is because I do Jaeger bombs when I'm in the club.
Yeah.
Like, and like one time I noticed it was glowing, and then my parents throw like big crazy parties all the time, and my mom was doing like a glow one, and I was like, hey, I googled online. I'm like, why does Red Bull glow? And it's like vitamin B2. So I bought B2 shots, and I was doing like glow drinks for everybody. And then I went in the bathroom to pee. My mom had black lights, and I'm pissing, and my piss was glowing. I'm like, okay, this is probably not healthy.
Where's Zach at?
I'm drawing on the curtains.
Dude, look at this piss,
I'm drawing on
bro.
the curtains, signing.
Wait till come pee too. Let's see if yours is different color.
Let's sword fight, guys.
No, that's lightsabers at that point.
Oh yeah, this
Yeah.
lightsabers.
If you do it drunk, it's not like any homo. You know what I'm saying?
As long as you say no homo before and
Yeah.
after, you're good.
I never whip out my thingy thing in front of people when I'm sober, but like if I'm with the boys and we're all drunk, I don't mind it. You know
No,
what I'm
right?
saying?
It's okay.
That's white boy.
As long as
Yeah,
everybody
that's why we're
consents.
I'm a panda, bro. No. I'm not a panda. What? So you guys had Angeline Hart?
Yeah,
Yes.
Angeline Hart, which we actually met at the Podfest.
That's
Yeah,
sick.
we met her there. That
That's
was
smart
dope.
for authors and like people to go there.
That's what I was looking
network.
for when I was there. I'm not gonna lie. My main thing when I went there was guests and editors. So like if there's somebody like I talked to somebody that had like this AI editing thing, like bunch of stuff like that, like automatic editing. That was really cool and stuff, which is smart for them. Like you said, like if you're an editor, go to a podcast expo. Like you got nothing but clients. Yep. She was like a book writer or whatever, and she caught my eye because she called me a panda.
Oh,
like,
she caught your eye?
Yeah, she was like, look at those, bro.
Look at those, bro. No. I couldn't tell from the Zoom call. All right.
You can't tell with that cheetah print.
But she
was wearing cheetah print. Something about cheetah print makes everything bigger.
It's something about cheetah print makes me feel a little bit like a little bit Manimal.
Something about
Zach.
Yeah. Wow.
This RedBull's getting to me now.
Oh my god, what is in this stuff, man?
But so you guys networked with her, and she ended up coming on the show.
Yeah, she called me a panda instantly, and she was right.
Yeah, you're definitely a panda. When I looked into it, yeah. So she has a book called "Gorillas Make Great Lovers."
Her husband's not a gorilla.
Yeah, really?
Yeah,
that's bro. Honestly, I couldn't. Like, imagine being her husband, and she's like, "You're not my type." I'm like, "You're fucking married to me."
Like, no, you're sweet, but like, just not in bed.
I prefer these other men. Like, what?
And here's why.
Wait, so gorilla. So I did the test. Does it have anything to do? Does the book break down anything to do with like the sexual side? Meaning how?
I don't think so, bro.
I'm not gonna lie. When I first saw the book, I thought it was like a interracial thing. I'm like, just all right.
It's a great name. I'll give her that. It's a great name. It's a catchy name.
It is a catchy name.
But
I thought it was like a cuck type of thing.
It could have been.
And then you read it, you're like, oh, okay.
Because it's like, especially after speaking with her, she was like, my husband ain't a gorilla, but gorillas make good lovers. And I'm like, what you trying to get at, Angeline?
Well, it's funny because I get the guest,
Hart.
and I just send them like sometimes like right before we record, like, hey guys, this is our guest. This is what we're gonna talk about, this and that. And it is funny just hearing what they think when I send shit into the group chat here and there. Like, yeah. Gorillas Make Great Lovers is the book. She's an older lady or whatever.
All right.
Here we go, guys.
Well, so she has a thing called Manimals, and the book breaks down 12 different Manimals. We're not going to get to each individually, but I would love to talk about. There's a test online. You guys will just have to look it up. Look up "Gorillas Make Great Lovers" test. It'll pop up. I find it interesting, and this is one of those things where you see people repost the test they took on Facebook, like, "Oh, like, I'm single forever," you know? But it's more. There's more depth to it. Did you take? You guys took the test?
Yeah, I just pulled my results up.
What's your results?
So my highest one, Angeline, I'm for you, baby. I'm a gorilla.
Yeah. Damn. What at a 9?
I'm at a 6. No, I'm a 6. Actually, my stuff is pretty relatively like is really close to a lot of them. So gorilla 6, owls 5, and then for panda, monkey, shark, and wolf, I'm a 4.
He's like, gotcha. He can't make a decision.
So to break down the category of gorilla, a gorilla's focus is relationships.
Yeah.
Right. So that's the biggest thing. I scored high, and so I got a 9 in wolf. Which which is romance and sex. And then I got a high in pit bull, which is leadership and power. And then following, I only had a 5 in gorilla.
A 5 in gorilla?
Yeah, but I think it's because of how I was raised. Like, I was raised away from like all my family, so meaning I have a big family, but I wasn't close with any of my family.
Okay.
So you're like Puerto Rican. The whole island.
Were you
Somebody's bound to be your cousin, bro.
I went to Puerto Rico. And there was some motherfuckers on horseback, and I'm like, I fucking love it here, man. They were just on the streets with horseback. I'm like, this is a beautiful island.
If you go in the hood in the south, it's the same way.
All horseback.
Not all, but there are some horseback.
Shout out to Jauco. My fiance is from there, bro. I love Puerto Rico. I'm gonna retire out there. I can't wait. Anyways,
I'm going to
where do you think? Why does that relate to where you were? You said the gorilla relationship.
Yeah, I was only a 5 in gorilla, but she said if you're like less than a 5, you need to rethink. But I think some of the questions, this doesn't read everything. No. But the questions that were asked were like, do you prioritize relationships over like yourself?
Yeah.
And like me, I'm like, fuck no, I can't do that.
Yeah.
So that's probably why I scored so low, is that I'm not a fucking gorilla. Like
the one that's I'm a panda. The panda was just like
Fun and excitement, I think.
good times type
Adve-
thing. Facilitate
Fun and friends.
fun and friends. Panda was my highest score for sure.
Yeah.
But the one that surprised me was I scored kind of high on Panther, and that was about like looks and like particularness and stuff like that. And that was something like I never really realized about myself, is like how like perception, shit like that, like how I do kind of care about that thing.
Yeah.
And I think that's been highlighted with the podcast as well. Like when I'm answering some of those questions, you know, it's like some things I wouldn't be truthful with myself unless I was doing the podcast. And it's like, no, you give a fuck about perception and how shit looks or whatever. Like that one kind of surprised me. I don't know.
What about pseudo animals? What were your scores for the pseudos?
I didn't do pseudos. What?
Well, so the crab and the rat are pseudos.
Yeah, I'm not gonna lie. I got a 4 on crab and then a 0 on rat.
So it's
Good
weird.
for you, man.
I actually took the
Yeah.
test twice because the first time I did it when I was editing the video, and I just did it real fast. And I know none of them fucking actually did it, so I just didn't put my results. And I didn't even record them. And then when the Frankie Ryan guy was here on Friday, he did it, and I was like, oh shit, let me just do it real fast. And my results were a little bit different. But yeah, when I first did it, I was a 2 rat and a 4 crab. And I did the second time, and now I'm like a 1 rat and a 2 crab. But
I feel like so for the listeners who didn't see that episode, after this episode, go watch it on PocketWatch podcast, Manimals with Angeline Hart.
Yes, sir.
She brought up that it's crab and rat is a bad things to be.
Mm-hmm.
Like crab is criticism, and then rat is like victimhood, kind of.
yeah.
You gotta have a little bit of both of those things to stay alive, bro.
Yeah,
right?
yeah.
Like, you gotta have criticism, but it's all about the context and the way where it comes from,
Yeah.
right?
Well, I think like your score is great, right? 4 in crab, 0 in rat. Because crab, I think can get confused with being like particular, right? Like, or being detailed and stuff like that. And like
Nitpicky.
caring about outcomes, stuff like that. Like caring about quality, like those could get a little confusing where, yeah, everybody knows the guy that's like, yeah, but you could do this or something like that, or you could do that. Like no matter what, there's something better that you could do. Like there's levels to that. But the rat is one thing I think nobody needs. Victimhood, 0 accountability. Like that's a slippery slope, man.
It is.
And I don't know how hard it is to change. Like accountability is a weird thing, man. Like I've been dealing with that in my life recently a lot, where it's like I'm the type of person, and it might be to a fault where like I might compromise too much, but I'm also fully accountable for everything, even if it's not my fault. See, that's where it's kind of a issue, where it's like, for instance, me and my girl were driving somewhere. She had the GPS. She was like, hey, we got to take an exit in 2 miles. It's something. 5 minutes go by. She's like, oh my God, we missed the exit. What's going on? And I'm like, she's like, literally, oh my God, you missed the exit. Like, what are you doing and stuff? And I'm just like, you have the GPS in your hand, right? Like, you're not sharing this with nobody. Like, but I was like, oh, my bad. You know, we're 10 minutes late. Cool, this and that. But like her initial reaction was like, you missed the exit. None of her was like, I'm holding the GPS. I was on social media while the GPS is going. None of us know where we're going. I happen to tell you, you know, like, and then like I got my pop staying with me. He's the ultimate, like, oh, this happened because of this person. This happened because of this person. Like 0 accountability, man. And that's a big problem, bro.
It's a bad coping mechanism. It
It's
doesn't get you anywhere.
No, man.
Yeah.
I'd rather much rather be on the opposite end of that. Even though it's stressful. But
I know why my rat was a little bit high. It was because there was that one question where it's like, do you feel like sometimes the day's just out to get you? I'm like, man, I've had days where I wake up and I feel like the world's out to get my ass. So I put a 1 on that, and I think that's why my rat, because
Well, that's also why a 30 question quiz can't truly. You got to read this stuff. Maybe read the entire book. She better. Comment something. I don't know. Like I'm promoting the fuck out of her book. Like
word, bro.
Yeah, for
read the book. Girls Make Great Lovers, and you'd have to like philosophically think about who you really are.
Yeah,
and like where you come from. Because a 30 question quiz is just gonna get you. It's not true.
Yeah.
I think it kind of hits like the top layer of you, and then you can kind of start peeling those layers back.
Yeah,
and get a little bit more in depth with it.
Like an onion.
Yeah, just like an onion. I was thinking more like a banana, but an onion works too because that's even deeper.
So many layers to an onion.
So many layers. Yeah. You can get deep in that shit.
You do have a Colombian girl, eh?
Yeah, Zach breaks stereotypes in a lot of ways. I'm not gonna get too into it.
What's your least favorite stereotype?
I'm playing that. Least favorite stereotype.
This is a weird question.
I like it.
Yeah.
Least favorite stereotype.
White people can't dance.
Man, I got the Shakira. What you talking about? My hips like
You know
Shakira,
what?
dog. My hips like Shakira.
I hate a lot of white stereotypes. I'm not gonna lie, but I accept them because I get it, right?
Yeah.
Like,
Because then you see a white person that fits all the stereotypes.
Like,
Yeah.
white people can't
That's it.
jump.
I don't
like,
get
okay.
mad at it.
Yes, that's my. White people can't play basketball. Because
Tell them.
listen, man.
Tell them
I'm a hooper. Well, it's not that it makes me mad, but growing up, bro, I got fucking bullied, man.
Yeah.
I got bullied as the like only white kid on the team of any AAU team I ever been on, and then there was 2 white kids on my high school team, bro. Like when it comes to talking shit, I'm not gonna lie, they would get personal with some shit, man.
Yeah.
But that's probably my least favorite.
Yeah.
Like, this white boy ain't going.
White boy
You ain't
can't
gonna
ball.
do nothing, bro.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That's good motivation, though.
Usually,
I
you see like a
that
white
shit.
guy
It was
in
a-
basketball. It's usually like a shooter.
Yeah.
That's like instantly
That's a
when
funny
you're on the
stereotype.
court. When you're on the court, it's immediately like, guard him. He's a shooter. It's like, I'm white. Like, what you mean? How do you know I'm a shooter? I haven't even shot the ball.
Yeah.
You're white. That's
Shooter!
only. Yeah.
The only reason why I hate them is because like those are the stereotypes that are most like. You could throw that around no matter like there's no
Nobody.
like there's no other stereotype that you could just say for fun in front of a lot of people
Yeah.
without sounding racist,
Right.
right? But against the white male, like it's fair game. Like you could
Yeah.
go crazy. And like for example, like I got family in Iowa, right? And they fit all the stereotypes, right? I love them, right? But they fit all the white people stereotypes, so I get it, and I'm not mad at it.
So they got.
But I also don't
dicks.
like when I go to like my fiance's like events or parties or weddings, all Puerto Rican stuff like that, and it's like, oh, look at the white boy ain't gonna dance. Oh, look at the white boy eating all the food and stuff like that, or whatever.
Yeah.
And I'm just like, yo, like if you came to my family's party and they were all like, look, oh, Puerto Rican girl, come dance for us, you know what I mean, or something,
Yeah.
or
It's
like,
a stereotype.
bro, like you would feel so uncomfortable. Like
Right.
I have an answer to your question.
Go.
I would say white people can't cook or can't season. That's probably the one
Yeah.
that bothers me the most because I
But
can
it's
cook.
true.
I can cook better than probably like 90% of people that walk this earth.
You're like the Gordon Ramsay of.
Yeah, well, he's white, so that's kind of racist. But yeah, I could cook. I could cook really, really good. And when people say like I've been to like potlucks before and stuff like that, and like I brought something, and they're like, "Oh, who made this?" And they're like, "Zach," and they're like, "Oh," and then they eat it, and they're like, "Oh, this shit's good. It's the best one I've had." I'm like,
Yeah.
"Yeah, motherfucker, you better eat that shit."
Because I feel like people don't actually believe stereotypes 100%. I think it's fun to poke fun, but also to bring up, I think in like 10, 15 years, the field of bringing up stereotypes and just fucking around with people is going to open back up to like being able to like make fun of the Puerto Rican person.
Right.
But that all comes with time.
Yeah.
I don't know.
It's not the right time.
America is like a melting pot, right? So this is the first time everybody's gotten into one location and just did whatever the fuck they want.
Yeah, man. Like we
So it's
deal
weird.
with the most racism, but I think
Yeah.
we're the least racist country.
100%.
Yeah.
Just
As
look
a
at
general,
the
yeah.
Olympics, bro. Like our Olympic teams have every demographic. Team
Yeah.
China is like, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
Like if we just had a bunch of white dudes, we'd be like Russia.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Like we'd be banned
I don't know.
from the Olympics. We'd have to do steroids.
The 40 meter dash is pretty not diverse.
Well, that's America, baby. Capitalism. We will put our
Yeah.
best people where they
For real.
belong, bro.
Yes, sir.
White dudes do podcasts. Rogan, do the podcast.
Oh my God.
Brant, do the podcast.
How did y'all meet?
We've been buddies since elementary school, man.
Good for you guys.
Shout out to Polk County, Dundee Ridge.
Did y'all ever stop being friends?
We weren't close all the time.
No, yeah.
We weren't close all the time, but we were like lived in the same area in elementary school. We were like the two young white boys in like like Haines City area, so we had to
Yeah.
watch out for each other a little bit. And then like middle school time, we were buddies at that point. We played a little football with each other. But then high school, we went to different high schools. And then we still just had mutual friends and stuff like that. But it must have been like a couple years after high school. Actually a lot.
Yeah.
It was like 2 years ago. So like 5-6 years after high school, we were hanging out a lot. And then we were thinking about starting a business. We were thinking about doing this and that, just having some of those conversations. And then I was having the same conversations with my buddy, Jacob, the other dude that this is like, he's so in character not to be here. Like, you have no idea how perfect that was. It was
I feel like he doesn't like me, bro.
No, the funniest thing was Cruz dropped the address and the time, and he never even replied. He never wrote anything or nothing. He was just like ghost.
That's all right. That's why he gets 20%.
Damn.
No, it's good. Anyways.
20% is a solid cut.
It is.
Never show up.
It is, bro.
No responsibility.
Yeah.
Anywho.
Jacob, he gets like, that's the beat. Imagine like you just come on a podcast and like.
Just get to sit there and be cool.
Just talk. Like, you don't have to worry about clips. You don't have to worry about production. You don't have to worry about nothing. You're just here for the talent. Just here to come.
Yeah.
It's like a porn star.
Yeah.
That is so.
I'm anti-porn now.
What?
I'm anti-porn.
You
I
celibate?
think it should exist.
I'm just joking. I'm just joking.
I think it should exist, but I think it's unhealthy to consume.
I can
At the
see
rate
that.
it's being consumed by every young person in the world.
I can see that.
Yeah.
See,
Imagine sitting around watching other people have sex all day. Isn't that weird?
I make my
You know
own
what I'm
porn.
Oh, and you watch your own
Yeah.
stuff? That's not weird.
That's my favorite.
Yeah, that's not weird.
That's my
oh,
favorite.
put me on, bro.
Why do you think I got 3 iPhones, bro?
One of them always has not enough storage. No, for me, like I think I have a low libido. Is that the way to talk about it? Like sex drive?
Yeah, libido.
Is
yeah.
it because you're a busy person?
Yeah, man.
Yeah.
Bro, like people that like, and I don't want to say like it's just because of that, but that's a big contributor, right? Like my brain is always thinking about certain things or whatever. Like, but like I'm definitely a busy person, but I don't know. Naturally, I just feel like I have a low sex drive. Porn helps me bring that up. So it proves the point that you're saying. Whereas like watching too much of it is not healthy.
Yeah.
Like I'll watch porn here and there and I could like feel the after effects throughout the week of like certain things became a little more normal in my mind and stuff like that.
Desensitized?
I'm a little more desensitized.
Yeah.
Just like spit in your mouth.
No,
Opener.
I used to feel like I was too busy, and like sometimes I used to deny my girl a lot, and she used to get tight with me. But then I started. I don't know if you know what TRT is.
Testosterone replacement therapy.
I started TRT, and I ain't denying shit now.
Wow, so you're doing TRT?
Yeah, I do TRT.
Do you do GH?
No, actually, my doctor has actually prescribed it, but I haven't started taking it. But he prescribed me gonadotropin, which is basically like GH. You know.
How does it work inside your body? What's the mechanism of action? Do you know?
For testosterone?
Yeah, the replacement.
So I take testosterone cypionate, the shot.
Okay.
And but it works fantastic, man. It's been feeling great since I started. But like I was super low. So I found I was going to like a moment where I was having like some anxiety and stuff like that. But I ended up like trying to go to a doctor, and I had just trying to figure out like what was going on. And I think it just ended up being anxiety that I was having issues with. But I ended up finding out that I had my testosterone levels were decent, but there's like 3 different. There's your total testosterone, there's your free testosterone, and then there's another one that's called your sex binding hormone globulin. And then your total testosterone is like all the testosterone, but the free is what your body uses for like building muscle and stuff like that. And your sex binding hormone globulin is what you use for your sex drive. So basically my sex binding hormone globulin was taking all of my fucking free testosterone. So I had no testosterone to build muscle or nothing like that, which makes sense because a few years ago I lost a lot of weight, and I was in good shape, but I mean I couldn't build no mass. Like I was struggling to build mass. But anyways, so I started taking. I've been on TRT for going on almost 2 years.
Testosterone when you went in, it was like an 80-year-old man.
No, yeah. So like my testosterone overall was at 116 or 117. It's like between 116 and 119, and it's supposed to be like minimum. You're supposed to be 500, like normal. But right now they keep me around 1,000.
Zach was shooting in the bathroom before we were doing podcasts. I was like, I'm like, now we taking it to the next level, boy. Let's go.
Nah, I take it weekly, so I do it on usually Mondays.
Do you think you can get an extra dose for me?
Not on the podcast.
Yeah, no.
But no,
you definitely cannot.
But I take testosterone, and I also take thyroid too, because my thyroid was a little bit low. So I take T3, And then I take a anastrozole, which is an estrogen blocker. But I can put you in contact with my doctor. You can get your lab done, and you can see what you look like, and you might be on TRT too.
Shit.
Because pretty much she was telling me that pretty much every guy in today's society, because of the foods that we eat and everything like that, we're pretty much all naturally low. Because you're supposed to be, he's like for like mid 20s.
Do you guys know the guy? You've seen the guy that's like, he's like super fit. He's on all the YouTube like ads or whatever, and he's like doing cardio and stuff. That's not how you get a body like this, whatever. Okay. And it's pretty much all about eating foods that raise that natural testosterone.
Liver King?
Yeah.
Not Liver King.
Yeah,
that's
I've
steroids.
Yeah, Liver King is juice.
Why did he outright lie, man?
Yeah, and he came out and admitted it too. He's had to like come back and renege on all.
Yeah,
it's not real, man. Come on, bro. It's like Cardi B or some of these girls saying that they're all real. It's like, come on, it's okay.
Yeah,
some things are okay that you just got work done. Yeah. I heard you talking about on one of the episodes, your girl was thinking about getting a lip injection, which
like I'm into it, but I don't want it to come from a spot of irrational insecurity.
Yeah,
because she has big lips. She's a Lebanese girl, and she has a big upper lip, and I'm like, you have perfect lips, but constantly I see her like she follows a bunch of gym girls, and she'll see that they got lip fillers, and I'll see her zoom in, and then like, I see her always doing her lips, like trying to make them look bigger and stuff, and I'm like, it's just weird that a delusional kind of like. I honestly wouldn't mind her getting lip fillers, but I don't want it to come from a spot of delusional and insecurity.
Yeah,
for sure.
Yeah,
lips are like scary for me because it's like they could go wrong so quick.
That's the thing. I don't like the big upper lip, bro. I'm not gonna lie.
Yeah,
it's not like you can tell it's not real. You can tell like that's a lip filler.
The first couple times it looks fine, but it's like after you refill it a certain amount of times, you can kind of start telling that it's like the maintenance of it starts deteriorating.
I'm not against getting a lip filler. I'm not gonna lie. Guys are doing it now.
You feel
I'll
good.
do a little bit.
You do a little bit.
Right on the upper lip, just a little bit.
Hey, the same people that do my TRT, they can do lip filler for you.
Real?
Yeah. Shout out clinic. If you want to sponsor, what's up?
Yeah, we're bleeping that shit out.
I
wish we had options. I know we're joking about it, but like I wish we did have those.
They do. I've seen I forgot who it was, but there's like a bunch of like guy celebrities that have gone and got like 6-packs, like implants for 6 packs.
But they look weird though, right?
No, man, they look natural as fuck, bro.
Really?
You can't even tell. They look like those guys that have like those like when the guys that kind of have like the fatter abs that kind of like
on top of their stomach.
Yeah, like the guys that kind of like their abs kind of push out a little bit, like the bigger guys. That's how they look. And you can get them right on top of your fat.
Yeah, but like girls too, like
I'm finna pull up with some
I'm
abs.
always on the side of like get a boob job. I think boob jobs are like amazing, and not like huge, right? Just like everything, like ass jobs are kind of weird for me because you could work on that. Like you could like go to the gym and really work on that. So it's like that's one thing, but boobs you can't really do anything about. You know what I mean? Like it's kind of like your penis.
My only problem with boob jobs, man, is they feel horrible. I don't know if you guys have ever touched a boob that has been done before.
I've never touched a boob before.
I mean, like one that's actually been done.
I've never. I'm telling you, bro.
Not one boob.
Anywho, I'm not a big fan of like the feel of them. You're just like.
The thing is with the you brought up the abs for men. I already know I wouldn't get that because I feel like abs are a trophy. You know what I'm saying? Like, look at what I fucking got. And then if you do that, it's just like, what am I? I'm just a fucking pudge ball of fakeness. You know what I'm saying? I want like...
Yo, shout out to the dad bods out here though, bro.
Yeah, dad bods are great.
Yeah, could you imagine me popping out with abs?
I fucking think they're real, bro. The thing is, you said you had low TRT, but your build is like stocky.
Yeah.
Like I feel like you could like really lower your shoulder and fuck me up, bro.
Play some fullback, bro.
Yeah,
he'd be a fire ass fullback.
No, I'm just built like my biological dad. That's why he was short and stocky, just like me. That's why.
But not talk about stereotypes. This motherfucker breaks some stereotypes.
Hell yeah.
Short and stocky white guy, but like, dude.
Well, it's always Lisa suspecting.
I thought you said Lisa. I was like, that's my mom's name.
Lisa told me.
It's always Lisa. I'm like, no, mama, no.
Yeah, like I don't know if y'all know that one kid from your school that was real. Like he had a buzz cut, and he might have been in a couple of the special classes, but you just know he had like crackhead strength or something else going on.
That was my stepbrother.
You had a stepbrother?
That guy was I have 4 brothers and 2 sisters total.
Sick.
But my stepbrother from my stepfather's side, obviously, that guy was like he was like a skinny little dorky kid. He walked like this, but he was strong as fuck, bro.
Yeah.
That guy, I remember one time we got into it, and then we were a little bit older. We were like teenagers, and I used to beat his ass all the time. We get into it, and then one day I pissed him up over something. It was something stupid. And he looked at me. He's like, this motherfucker picked me up with one hand and fucking flipped me over and just body slammed me. And I was kind of big. I'm like, where the fuck did that come from, bro? Like, you have not showed that type of strength at all.
Do you guys have any upcoming guests coming on soon?
When are you dropping this one?
Friday.
This Friday?
Yeah.
So we just dropped Davon Stewart on Monday, which is YouTuber, influencer dude. He does a lot of the
the roast challenge, like the 20 versus 20
kind of like King Sid. If you've seen King Sid before or whatever, he does a lot of those like challenges and stuff like that. We got some comedians coming on next weekend. We're sending out some emails and talking with some boxers. That's what I want to ask you about. What do you feel about like niche? Because that's what I was trying to get at when we talked about the podcast expo.
For
like Wet Slap, like if somebody asks you what's your niche.
Oh yeah, I that's a difficult question to answer. I always say it's a guest-based podcast, and then if they ask a further question, I just go watch it. Like it's for the niche. It's almost I don't know. There's no niche. It's a guest-based podcast.
Yeah, bro.
I'm just goofy. I'm gonna be goofy. I'm gonna ask some funny shit.
Which is the best ones, man.
Yeah.
Like, I don't know. Like, there's not longevity in niches. I don't know. Like, you got to be engulfed in it. Like, imagine you could only have one type of guest.
Yeah, I couldn't do it.
Mm-hmm. Like, you couldn't have us on and Sneeko and, you know what I mean? Like, the Elon Musk dude or whatever. It's like, come on, man. That's not fun. Nobody wants to listen to that shit. Yeah. No, man, I'm about to piss all over the place, bro.
I knew you were gonna tap after that.
You did stand up, didn't you?
I did, man. That's something. That's something I hate talking about it because I only did it once, right? But it was such a good experience that like I have not gotten that itch. Like I did it one time in between semesters because I go to school or whatever, and I was like, fuck it. If I don't do it now, I don't think I'm gonna try it or whatever. And I was ready. Went out there, did it. It went so good. I got that dopamine that I was looking for. Like I freaking love that shit. Met Kevin Dean. He's on the podcast. Met Frankie Ryan. He was just on the podcast. Met a couple other comedians.
That episode with Frankie is gonna be fucking.
That's our funniest episode ever, bro. Yeah, y'all tune in.
Bro,
coming up Monday.
I thought I was gonna pass out for laughing so hard a couple times.
Yeah, man. But that's something I want to get into heavy, man. Here pretty soon. This next 6 months.
He's a big old redneck boy. This man shows up with the 18 pack of Bud Light and throws it on the table and goes, "All right, let's go."
Yeah.
And he drank like 75% of that fucking Bud Light pack, the 18 pack in the whole episode.
Damn.
I was trying to keep up. It was a bad idea.
Yeah, you did 4 only.
Beer's a lot of calories, man.
It is.
Not even if you're counting calories, but it's just so bloating and you feel. Y'all ever wake up and your legs just feel like there's so much liquid in your legs?
Yeah.
After like drinking beer all night?
I don't drink beer. I hate beer.
Like the taste or like everything about it?
Everything about it, but I hate the taste too.
You don't like the taste of piss?
No, I hate the taste of beer. It's hilarious because my stepfather is like a beer connoisseur. He's always like, "Try this. You're gonna like this one." I'm like, have you not learned after the 80-something beers I've tried from you that I just don't like the flavor of beer? Like the actual hop flavor of beer is what I don't like. He's like, "But it's chocolate beer, bro." I'm like, "All right." It tastes like fucking beer.
This one's an Indian pale ale. Give it a shot.
And I'm like, yeah, surprised it fucking tasted like beer. I don't fucking like it. Thanks though.
Yeah, the IPAs aren't that.
But I'll do tequila and whiskey though.
Mixed?
No.
Mixed drink?
not tequila and whiskey, but I'll drink tequila straight in the rocks.
But you do like mixed drinks or you drink them straight?
I'll drink them either or. I don't discriminate.
Yo, have you thought about doing stand up?
Honestly, yeah, bro. I'm just letting it build up. I want to do stand up, but I want to do it like a weird way. Like I want it to almost turn into something other than comedy, and everybody would be in there and be like, "What the fuck's going on?
What is
here?"
this guy doing?
Yeah,
Bro, you'd be good at it, man.
appreciate it. Let's do open mic, both one after the other.
Let's fucking go.
Let's run it.
We need to do that shit, bro. Because I was thinking, like, just watching some of your other episodes, that's why you're good at what you do. But, like, you're funny, bro.
Yeah,
like, you got,
appreciate
like,
it, bro.
you know, you
I
got to
can turn it
be
up.
that type of person. You got to think of things a little differently. You got to be a little, you know, like, that type of perspective. But you got to punchlines, shit like that. Like,
Let's plant a couple people in the audience. Like we'll plant you, we'll plant Jacob in the audience, and a couple other people.
say some weird
and
shit.
that way we can like really bounce off.
Yes. Let's do
Like,
it.
As soon as I get up there, say something about me, and then I'll be like, perfect.
Oh,
What?
it's the brunette Logan Paul.
Yeah. I'll start popping the mic.
But no, yeah, you guys should do it. Cruz's little set that he did was fucking hilarious. Bro.
What was the detail?
I got
everything gay.
Yeah.
You were real.
And I did it in like a redneck bar.
Yeah,
It was fun.
he did it in downtown St. Cloud.
Yeah.
St. Cloud.
Downtown St. Cloud. Oof.
I had a bit on
Your girl using a dildo on you.
yeah. No, she wasn't using it on me, but just like
That's the X factor you need when you're on stage, though.
yeah.
Like my reaction right there. Now I'm engaged.
self defecation or whatever. Deprecation?
Defecation?
Defamation?
Defamation?
One of those words.
Defecation.
When you shit on
Pooping.
yourself. Yeah.
Defamation means like shitting on your character, like making yourself seem like something you're not.
They're both shitty situations.
Nah, but I got one on like my first experience using a dildo and shit like that.
Yeah.
And like you know, because they don't make those for like average men. You know, like why would you buy a dildo that's average, right? Like you're here to
Right.
have a good. It's like buying titties that are small. You know, like for your own.
Bro,
I love small titties.
Me
I was
too.
gonna say, what are we talking about here? Itty bitty titty committee, sir.
Built for speed.
Yeah.
Built for speed, dude.
Yeah, I
I'm
love
not.
that.
That was a bad example. I wish girls talked about little wee wees like that. Like yo, I love that shit. Little.
Yeah.
Give me a little schmeat, man. No, but like my whole experience of like, all right, like I took it out the box and then she was like, wow. And I was like, oh shit. You know,
Wow.
that was, what do you mean? Wow. And then I had to like measure up before I used it just to see. It was pretty funny.
It was funny, man.
Bidets. I had one about bidets. Everybody thinks Disney's making people gay and stuff, but
It's bidet.
we really need to talk about these bidets.
Yeah, they're great, man. I'd be like, damn, I was done shitting weeks ago. I'm still sitting on this thing.
I did a reverse cowgirl on the toilet
No.
with the bidet.
Was it still sprayed on your butthole?
Yeah, it was a different angle. It felt so good.
Oh my gosh. Do
No.
y'all ever try to tone back shit on your podcast?
Oh, that's funny because I think we had our craziest podcast this weekend.
Yeah.
Like I have some work people listen
I'm scared
to
to
our
go back
podcast.
through and listen to everything we talked about.
Yeah, but as long as I can argue it, I don't tone it back, right? Like as long as it's not like the craziest thing.
Have you ever had a guest get uncomfortable by some things you guys were saying?
Yeah. So
Do you have an
what-
example?
So I think we just had Dave Ron out. That drops this coming up Monday, so last Monday. Man, like the cultural difference was way different. He was super cool and super like
What culture is
he was super he was just super hood, right? Like
Yeah.
he's a very hood dude. He's up in Pine Hills, like that's where he's pretty much born and raised, and he's still out there and he loves it. His boys were cool as shit, but like that was definitely the vibe. So like a lot of our white boy fun jokes, like when we do get like comfortable and we're pushing the envelope, you know, like it just part of it didn't translate, you know, where it was, and then part of it's just like it was a big disconnect. So like we've pulled back just for reasons like that, where it's like, okay, you're not getting like where we're coming from, so we're not trying to offend or nothing like that. Like if you don't know that we're joking, then we're just gonna leave it. But some guests, like I thought Kevin was a little more reserved. Like when you have a comedian on,
Yeah, but I think that's because of his stuff that he was doing with the church at that time.
yeah,
So I think that's why. I'm not going to lie. If you're watching this, Kevin, I was kind of disappointed in our episode.
which we're gonna have him back on, Mr.
Yeah.
407 Kev.
Yeah, I'll tell you what, the shit that he's been doing, though, has been fucking hilarious, man.
Have you seen any of his clips recently? He's been doing like a lot of like Central Florida stuff, like Lakeland, Claremont, like, and he's just like, you know, do you want to meet a bunch of girls that I forgot what the fuck it is. It's hilarious though. Like
Funny stuff.
yeah, like Poinciana. Like he talks about like driving long for no reason. Like
If something's not translating, I like to push the envelope. I'm gonna be honest. So like you guys, what was his name?
Davron.
Davron. I don't know why, but I just have this click in me where if something's going over somebody's head, I want to poke fun at it more.
You want to keep going?
Yeah.
See, we I don't know. We'll see.
Yeah.
We definitely did.
I had a guy named Chico Sway on, dope guy. He was a dope guest, and I started getting sus with him on the episode a little bit. And then so he started saying, all right, like that's too sus, like no more sus. And then I'm like,
Oh yeah.
you can't go, like you can't.
tell me
Now I
that.
gotta go full sus. I'm
Fast forward.
So
No pause.
I kept dropping in some sus stuff every once in a while, and
Was he
then he
like
started to get mad about it. And as soon as he started getting mad about it, I'm like, I gotta keep going, bro. You get mad at me being sus. Now I gotta get more sus. Like you're hiding something, dude. Like let's fucking get sus.
Did he walk out?
No,
Oh.
it was a great episode. The
What a
episode went
trooper.
on.
What a
It
trooper.
got to a point where I was like, okay, let me cut it, because he was like, not out of the episode, but cut it during the episode. I was like, let me stop, because he was like, all right,
He's
like,
the
enough.
OnlyFans dude.
Yeah, I'm
Yeah?
like, OnlyFans.
Oh,
I'm
really?
You're supposed to be down and dirty,
like, I
boy.
know, we're supposed to get extra
Wait.
sus.
What was his name?
I'm supposed to get extra.
Chico Sway. So
That was a great episode.
he did this. He did YouTube back in the day where he would go up to random people in public and ask them a question. And so I did a segment where I was asking him the questions he would ask people. And so some of the questions came off a little sus because it's guy to guy. And one of them was, guess my size right and I'll show you. So I had a
Yeah.
let's start. He didn't like that one. And then also,
It's your question.
I had him rate me 1 through 10. I had him.
Did he actually rate you 1 to 10?
Yeah, he said I was a 9.
Damn.
I was like, where's the other one, man?
You can get it then.
Nah.
Yeah. I'm like, 9's a safe. I can't give anybody a 10.
The question is, are you ready for Chico?
I'm about to do the ultimate podcast folly. I'm about to piss. I gotta take a piss.
Something about peeing when you have to pee is just euphoric.
I didn't have to pee,
Dude.
but it felt good to pee.
Dude, it changes. Like I was like, my thoughts were like cut in half because I had to pee so bad, bro.
I get it.
You didn't wash your hands, did
Yes,
you?
I did.
Oh.
I knew
You
you
guys
were
just
gonna try,
casually touch your hands like that?
Oh, I fucking hold his hand.
bro.
I fucking love that. Do you like that?
No,
He likes this more.
since we were kids, bro. We've been gay for a long time.
My girl be ready to whoop his ass sometimes, for real.
Yeah.
My girl be on
Wow.
his shit. She'd be like, Cruz, if you fucking touch him again, we're going to have fucking problems. That's what she was telling me.
You guys do double dates?
Oh, yeah. Yeah, we've done double dates before.
How about you, man? Is your girl? How long you been with your girl?
I've been with her. So we recently like had an on and off situation. I don't talk about it much, but yeah, I love her, bro. I want to marry her. But
Yeah?
Double dates are fun because I like when your partner can see the way you interact with other people.
Mm-hmm.
And it spices it up. Like it makes your panda side can like really glow.
Yeah.
Yeah.
When you're in a social setting. That's why I like to go to like family gatherings, because I like to be that cool like boyfriend or cool husband, fiance, whatever it is. I like to be the guy's like, damn, like I'm glad this guy's a part of the family. This guy's
Yeah.
fucking
Yo, you
awesome.
would be, bro. I would love for you to date my cousin. or
Fucking invite me over.
something. Yeah, bro.
Have me come to a family gathering. I'll just show up.
We're like, this is one of you guys' new boyfriends.
Step brother.
This is his
You can
Step bro.
you can introduce him to Christian's
friend.
over in Cali. No, Christian's what not Josh, but the other one.
John.
John, yeah.
That's true.
Are those not boys? I was saying like Josh, John.
So
Nah.
Are they gay?
Yeah, he's a dancer.
Okay.
He could put his leg all
And
the
he lives
way
in
up.
California.
Yeah,
Yeah.
boy.
Shit,
Get
I'll
your
make
LA
a trip.
vibe on.
I'll make a trip.
How was that? Well, you guys went out to LA.
Bro, I went to LA.
How was that, bro?
Good and bad all in the same sense. The streets are destroyed, man.
Yeah.
Lasers are being shined on people's heads. Like, groups of men are walking around. You can tell they're looking to rob people. You walk past cars and their windows are cracked or broken. You can't leave anything in your car, else it will be stolen. And there's absolutely nothing you can do. The cops don't care. You can't wear any jewelry out. If you are famous, you gotta lie about your whereabouts.
What part were you in? Jesus
Dude,
Christ.
I
just saw a
I was
bunch
near
of.
Skid Row, bro.
Oh,
I was very
really?
close to Skid Row. Yeah, it was horrible. It was great. The venue was great, super cheap.
Yeah.
Clearly. The Nord Trades and the Juvie podcast. It was fucking amazing. But man, I mean it felt like a different country. It felt like the downfall of capitalism.
See, and it's funny because when I go out there, all I do is WeHo shit because my girl's brother lives out there. He's gay, and like he takes us to all the West Hollywood stuff. It's like a playground for gay dudes.
And he knows a lot of big people out there too, though.
We saw
involved.
MacDaddy out there. I don't know if you ever heard of MacDaddy. Yo, I gotta tell this story. All right, we're on the West Slab. Let's fucking go. All right, bro. So I'm out there, and we're in WeHo, which is like the city for gay dudes. Like it's so much fun for them.
That's hilarious. It's called WeHo.
It's called WeHo.
WeHo around, motherfucker.
Number 4.
Damn.
Yes, sir. So we're out there at West Hollywood or whatever. Like you walk into a bar, it's literally dudes in G-strings with a cowboy hat, like dancing on the bar and shit. I was having a great time. And we were out at night, and it was like a Senior Frogs type vibe, and we were dancing. And I saw this good-looking Spanish dude, like clean beard, XYZ, like the whole 9, like dressed nice, buff, like thick, very thick. No, anyway, so he I'm talking to her brother, my girl's brother and stuff, and out of nowhere I see my girl and this guy talking, right? And he's like very like on her and stuff, and I'm like, all right, whatever. Then they started dancing. I was like, cool. Like I'm not a jealous dude at all, right? I'm like, look, if you want to be single, I've been with my girl since high school, so I'm like, I've been waiting to be single for a long time. But they were dancing and stuff or whatever, and then they started getting like sexy dancing, like sexual. Like I don't know if you guys ever seen Along Came Polly with Ben Stiller and Jennifer Aniston, but like she was like dancing with this dude in a salsa club, and it was just like
it was sex dance.
It was like, sex dancing, yeah. Bro. And I was just like,
you were like dancing next to him. You're like,
yo, I felt like such a cuck, bro. I felt like,
well, was he gay?
So after a while, like even our mutual friends were they were just like, Cruz, it's okay. And that made me even more mad. I was like, so now everybody fucking knows my girl's dancing with this guy. Like, yeah. And he's just like cucking me. So then after a while, I kind of got closer, and I was just like, hey, like a lot of fun over here, huh? And he turns, and he's got eyeliner. His eyelashes are done. That motherfucker got the foundation on. He looks immaculate. And he's like, oh my God, I love your girl, like this. And I was like, okay, good. But it was MacDaddy. He's like a big makeup tutorial dude and stuff out there. Oh,
that's who she was dancing with?
That's who she was dancing. She was a fan of him, which was even worse. Like, oh, that's MacDaddy.
Yeah.
And I was like, who the fuck is that? But big dude out there. It was hilarious. But then by the end of it, I was like, I'm more prone to get some.
Well, isn't it funny that if you dance with a lesbian girl, would it be all right?
No.
Imagine a lesbian girl pulls up on you and she's just throwing ass on you and your girl's right there.
She would not think it's okay.
I would see I would see her a beer bottle getting smacked in somebody's head.
Yeah.
That's what I would imagine. That's what I can see.
That's what she would do?
That's what my girl would probably do. Bitch.
Lost in translation.
It's a
I'm like, wait, she's lesbian, baby. She's lesbian. She's like, hi.
I don't even I'm not gonna lie. I didn't even like too much. Even if it's a gay dude, like don't dance with him so sexy because you like it. Like maybe you're feeling something. Like who knows, and you like it. And he might just reluctantly fuck you. You know what I mean? Like, he might be like, ew, like fine.
But what did the opposite of like MacDaddy be like a dyke?
Yeah, like it would have to be like
a dyke would be okay. I wouldn't mind a dyke.
What is she, a transformer? She just likes girls, bro. She's not a fucking
No, I said the dyke. You know the
dykes roll out.
No,
Deceptidykes.
You know that they're Deceptidykes? Oh, we're getting canceled for this.
Are we allowed to say that word?
I think no, not Deceptidyke.
Deceptidyke is totally fine, bro.
No, I was saying like a big cock diesel one, like a big dyke. That's what I was referring to. But yeah, anywho, I don't know. I think dyke is like socially acceptable. No,
saying it, I mean, being it is. Jesus, Zach.
That's not what I would say.
You can say it.
I see if you ever go to the trail or walk the trail, you see a lot of dykes on bikes.
Yeah.
Dykes on bikes?
Yeah. I feel like It's a lesbian thing. Lesbian girls love biking with each other.
Really?
That sounds like a
Yeah.
protest.
That's interesting because I love biking too. maybe I should join.
No,
the
but the
community.
gays, they got to figure it out. That was one thing I went out to LA. That's something I figured out when I went out there. It was just like, they're just happy. They like, especially gay dudes, like ramming each other, loving it, this and that. Plus, like, double income is like different, right? Like that dual income, boy, like they both doctors, right?
Yeah.
Like,
One thing about
that little
gay dudes,
leg.
they don't. I feel like there's a lot of gay guys that start to not care about their fitness.
yeah.
Have you noticed I've noticed a lot of gay guys who are in, especially in relationships, they both just let their bodies go.
That's like everybody.
But that's just because they love each other's bodies already.
yeah.
I've noticed that.
The booty hole feel the same no matter what. How
Whoa.
much
That's
cushion
what
you
I'm
got.
saying.
Whoa.
That's what I'm saying though. But
Yeah.
they really do let themselves go, and they're like, "You're sexy, anyways."
Yeah.
I like that.
That's what we all do, though, right?
Isn't it? Wouldn't it be weird to see a gay guy be obsessed with being super fucking like,
I feel
not
like
super
mostly,
clean, but super
Yeah.
good looking, like the guy with the eyelashes.
yeah,
Like,
mostly gay dudes are like
yeah,
that. I feel
most.
like.
I don't know.
I would say yeah.
They're
No.
perfect, bro.
no.
You don't
Perfect?
disagree?
Well, out of context, no.
Yo, you sounded super sus.
Well-
no.
No,
Let me tell you about straight men.
Yeah. Where do I want to go with this?
Keep
Maybe
going.
the ones in Claremont.
deeper.
You don't see too many gay guys focusing on their masculine like physique.
No,
It depends.
see-
Are they a top or a bottom?
no, it's
I never knew that there was like categories. I just thought you did both if you were gay, but I didn't realize that some only do one or the other.
as gay. You only do
So,
one or the
so-
other,
so-
bro.
so the question
I know.
is,
Come on, bro.
would you rather be a top or a bottom
commit?
if you were hypothetically? Do you think you would enjoy the top or the bottom?
I'd rather be a top, but
Yeah.
I like when a girl eats my ass.
I think Cruz is a bottom bitch for sure.
I'll be the best bottom, bro. No, I would be.
Yeah.
I would be everything. I would do everything.
if you're
Why
gonna
would-
be
if
gay,
I'm-
commit to it.
Yeah, bro.
Cruz said no limits.
Yeah, man. Why would you just like? Come on, man. You're not really gay.
Come
Yeah.
on, man. Yeah, come on, man.
Well, how could you, how could you do that to your gay partner?
Yeah.
Like, I'm only half gay. Is that really what you're
Well,
gonna say to him?
well, what if your partner only likes to be bottom and they want somebody that's only top?
Well, he's half gay too. 2 half gays make a full gay. But you can't be half on the same half.
yeah.
2 bottoms get together. What's going on there? What are you
They're
doing?
scissoring each other.
It's just a waste of dick. It's just a waste of dick, man. At that point,
That's
That's what my
hilarious.
girl tells me.
this low libido thing's gone too far.
I think Cruz is the one that needs the shots.
No, but I had a part. One of the bits that I had was like considering swinging, and I realized that
for
I
your
was,
stand-up comedy. I just want
Yeah.
to throw that out there because you said this part one of your bits.
That was on the bit.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Well, it could be true. Who knows? That's the fun part about comedy, I guess. But I started checking out guys more than girls for sure.
Yeah.
And it was only just because, like, you got to be ready for that question when she's like, well, what if we bring another guy? And then you got to be ready for that answer. And then I feel like if we ever brought another guy in, I'd be like, you know, like, how big is your dick, dude? Because, like, this garage only fits, you know.
X.
I'm not trying to, you're not going to break this in and then, you know.
It's so. The thing is size is great and size is fun, but there's also
Knowing how to use it.
knowing how to use it.
Yeah.
And it's rare that somebody has both.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
Facts. Facts.
You're very open about your relationship. Have you always been that way?
Yeah. Yeah. I think at first she would get on my ass about it. But then, like, man, like, after a while, we got to talk about it because it's not nothing that a lot of people don't go through anyways or think about or whatever. I'm just in it. Like, we've been together for 9 years now. So it's like all these tensions, all these little arguments, they're like, that's all I got now. Like, you got to let me talk about it because I can't go talk about picking up girls at the club or some shit like that. I can't talk about, like, the single life. You got to let me get into this relationship shit, you know, for bad or worse, for swinger shit, for, you know, like, goal shit or whatever the case is. Like, yeah, man, no problems talking about. We have her on the podcast a lot and talk about shit
for real?
like that. Yeah, she's a little cringe on it, but
I knew that thing was gonna fall.
subscribe.
For real, please subscribe. I hot glued these on the wall and that thing still fell.
It's a perfect fit.
I asked, yeah, you can keep it. That's probably soundproof and everything. Just put it right in front of the mic the entire time.
And talk to it.
Damn, this actually works pretty decent.
It does. I talked to Sneeko because apparently Sneeko. So I had Sneeko on the podcast. If you guys haven't seen that episode, watch that after this, along with the Manimals.
Dope episode.
Sneeko back in the day did a swinging thing, and it's a really touchy subject for him, and he really avoids it.
Mm-hmm.
Maybe because he's on such a big scale now. It's kind of like, especially now that he's this masculine thing, and there's a certain way you operate.
Don't fucking ask me TikTok questions.
Exactly. He got mad at Ty.
Yo, I want to say though, y'all did really good with that, cause like that's his thing, right? That's his shtick or whatever.
Yeah.
And there was a couple of parts, even in the clips, it was caught where Ty was even like, like he's looking for an answer kind of thing. You know what I mean? Like he was acting confused, but he definitely knew what you were trying to say. Mm-hmm. And then like Ty was kind of like, he's putting you in a situation where there's an answer, bro. Like Jesus Christ. But anyways,
so I was talking to him about polyamorous relationship where, you know, they promote Andrew, Tristan, that whole entire Red Pill community promotes the man is allowed to sleep with who he wants. The girl is not, even in like a serious involved relationship. And they all promote that. To me personally, I think that takes away having meaningless sex with other people makes your sex with your significant other meaningless as well. So there's a balance, and bro, our minds can take so many routes of especially sexual desire, and you can like let it keep going further and further down that route, and it just leads to this like desensitized like sexual like gelatin of just sex.
I think a lot of the polyamorous stuff is people who lack self-control.
Yeah.
Like self-discipline, I think. Personally.
Also, man, like,
because people are like, "Oh, it's the animal's instincts like that." I'm like, yeah, and animals rape each other too. So does that mean that you follow your animal instinct to rape people too? Because some people do. No, it's shit. People do. Yeah. But does that make it right?
No. Yeah, but those aren't like I
listen. I've watched Animal Planet. They fucking rape each other. Animals do get raped.
But you can train your mind to almost feel powerful.
Yeah.
From being stoic and only being with your girl. It's so easy to see like a good looking girl and be like, oh shit, like
that's what I'm saying.
I don't know why, but I'm thinking about that. But you can gain power from seeing that and then being like,
I'm gonna go home and tear my girl's cheeks up.
Yeah,
that's what I do. I like to divert that energy.
And she reciprocates the same energy because I've like curated that energy with her.
Yeah, I love that. I do the same thing. I divert that energy towards my girl.
Yeah. So like being in a relationship and being monogamous is not natural, right? It's something developed with a higher IQ. It's like us as humans have a different emotional intelligence, a different IQ, a different this, where we created this monogamous type relationship.
There's like animals that have monogamy,
but it's
swans love each other.
Yeah,
forever,
but that's like they're just lazy.
Bro. See?
Humans, like, it's a connection, right? Like that feeling you're talking about when you see a girl that you're like, damn, she look bad, and then you take it back home, and then you're just like, you get that, like, you get a little bit of a rush from that, like it's a good feeling you get emotionally when you know you're restraining from, you know, taking part in some of the distractions, and then you're sticking with that person that's yours, right? And because you guys emotionally connect and hit all these check boxes, like, that's something we develop as humans, I think. Like, just being emotionally more intelligent, higher frequency IQ and stuff. But there is a point though where sexually you gotta mix it up, and that's where it gets a little bit gray, right?
I agree.
Like you mean with your significant other?
Yeah,
I agree.
You know what I mean?
I like spicing shit up all the time.
I think doing it more so rather than the physical side, sometimes doing it on the mental side, like the more like build up and the more just creating this different
like what?
Story.
Send her a picture or something like that.
I mean that, but like
role playing. You're saying?
Not even role playing. That's cool though.
Y'all should do the massage parlor role play. That's so fun.
Free fucking massage. Hell yeah.
Yeah. No, but you
like. Well, I'll never get to the sex, man. I'll just sit there and like keep going.
Oh, what are you doing?
Hello.
Where
am I going with this? There's ways to mentally do that, but that's why porn, like watching porn, will desensitize you to start falling into that more like, I really gotta spice it up. We gotta add this. We gotta add that. We gotta add this person. We gotta add that person. Maybe
bring anal plugs. Anal plugs are fun to play with.
Yeah, Zach.
Do you have one in right now?
No, not right now. I forgot. I left it at home. I left my foxtail at home.
It's called.
Is that what it's called?
Well, I have a foxtail one. It has like a foxtail that comes off the anal plug. No, I'm just kidding. I don't have one. But no, we do have anal plugs. Anal plugs are fun to use.
That's cool.
I don't use it on myself, obviously, but
Yeah, just admit it. Just admit it, man. Use it on yourself.
I do sometimes, but it's a good prostate stimulation.
Nice, yeah. No, I think you should be open about your sexual desires with your girl and your man.
Yeah.
But I think you should make sure it is your sexual desires rather than just becoming one with the world.
Yeah.
Yeah, I don't know.
For sure.
It's a gray area. You're right. It's a gray area.
It gets gray, dude, because it's like, that's when, like, me and my girl never really talked about swinging, right? But, like, man, after you're with somebody for 9 years, it's like, how do we mix it up? All the thoughts start going. Like, you start thinking about all these different thoughts.
I think before you guys jump to swingers, you guys should at least start playing.
Not swinging.
Well, I'm just saying at least start playing with toys. Toys can spice things up a lot.
We play with toys. I love toys.
Yeah. Introducing toys and different things into it, man, can spice things up like crazy, man. And that's for both sides of it. It depends on how you like to do it. I'm a big pleaser type of person. Like, for me, like, the sex is great and everything like that, but for me, pleasing is what gets me off the most. Yeah. I love pleasing. Like, seeing my girl please is like, oh, that's like the best to me. But,
Loser.
Huh?
I'm just fucking with you.
No, but seriously,
though,
like, that's what really gets me off. Like, if my girl's not pleased, I'm not going to be able to finish. Simple as that.
Yeah, I get that.
And
Jesus.
No, but it's it's so true though, because like for me, that's like what makes me excited is like seeing my girl like really pleased and excited. Yeah. But yeah, introduce toys, man. I'm telling you, toys. There's a lot of things.
And that's another thing. If you're ever thinking about swinging, try toys first, because you're gonna get that like it's like a sneak peek.
Yeah,
into what it'd be like.
If you can't handle your girl taking a bigger dildo, then I don't know if you're gonna be able to handle
or anything, right?
Seeing her get nailed by a
vibrator.
Yeah, swinging's not my. I don't know. It's not my thing.
I personally, so I could never watch another guy have sex with my girl. Mm-mm. I couldn't do it personally. And I've heard people tell me before, oh, it's because you're insecure. No. Fuck it, I'm insecure, bro. I'm cool with that.
Yeah. Well, you're also a gorilla.
Yeah.
So all you like is relationships.
Yeah. So I don't know. And that's actually pretty true, because for me, like, one night stand hookups to me, bro, those aren't exciting to me, bro. I've had those before, and I'm not a big fan of them, bro. Like as soon as I'm done, I'm like, okay. Like this
you don't get a rush? You don't get that rush of like, what is it going to feel like? What's it going to look like?
As soon as initially, but as soon as I nut, then I'm just like,
oh yeah, for sure.
I didn't want to do this. I just needed to do this. You know what I mean? God. And so like for me, like those one night stands don't mean shit to me. That's why I love being in relationships and learning my partner and like experiencing new things, especially somebody who's never like experienced and played around with stuff. Oh, that's even, that's really fun.
Yeah. It's funny because like I don't think I made my girl come for like the first 3 years we were together, bro. God bless her, bro.
Why?
I don't know, man. Like I think it's like it's both sides, right? Like men, we're so good, like we're fucking as soon as we can, we're already playing with ourselves like fucking ninjas in the bathroom, like jerking off and shit like that, right? So we know how to please ourselves.
This man's a ninja.
Girls, more or less don't know how to please themselves.
Mm-hmm.
You know, like those that do, thank God. Like we need more of you out here. You
Yeah.
know what I mean? But like me and my girl were together since high school, so like she was never like playing with herself or nothing like that. You know, so like she just was with me, and then like it was up to what I did and shit. And if you know, like I'm a kid trying to figure shit out, I don't know like all these different. I just think like let's go hard, like that's what shit, bitch. You know. But then you start to learn things and stuff like that, and eventually I started getting it. But like,
and also like
most girls don't. I feel like
a lot of girls also only know, like at least what I've encountered, they only know like coming by clitoris stimulation.
Yeah, I can
And
never.
there's G-spot and stuff like that. There's the other ways to do it, and then like whenever you're building up to the other ones, it's like a whole new realm, and they get like overstimulated, and like it's a new feeling. It's a different feeling. So like sometimes they get kind of shy away from it and scared of it too.
I could never reach the G spot.
Yes, you can, bro.
G-spot's like,
Dude, my short ass fingers can tickle
It's
the
right
fuck out that
behind.
G-spot.
Is that where it is?
That's where it's usually at.
Yeah, you just go right in and go up.
I vibe well with feminine energy.
That's why we vibe.
Yeah,
we vibe.
Yeah, I like to be. Yeah, for sure. That's why double dates are fun too. Is because you get to mess around with your boy, and then like also, it's fun because the other girl's there with your boy, and like you have this friendship with that girl, so you can actually be like more open.
Yeah,
I don't know.
Yeah, we've been trying to get girls on too. Shout out to you, bro. I saw you post something recently where you had like a high percentage of girl watchers.
They're all gonna leave after this episode. Like,
yo, leave it to us, bro.
Like the G-spot.
Yo, yeah.
Some girl just learned about her body and she's like going at it right now.
Yeah, man. Why would that be?
Or she's like, how are these fucking guys telling me about my fucking body?
She's like, I know about my G-spot since I was 10.
Well, you need to tell us.
10. Whoa. Oh my God. Pause. No.
You gotta be a little crazy, man.
Pause. Rewind.
We all need an Uncle Joe. We all have an Uncle Joe, I meant to say.
We all have one in the office.
Oh,
whoa,
man.
what's going on here?
Joe Biden.
Oh. You're talking about like specifically at your office. I'm like, are you being harassed or something?
Real quick.
I'm the only person that works at my office.
Speaking of,
I haven't touched myself. I'm sorry.
Speaking of Biden, have you heard that he's gotten the authority to ban TikTok?
The numbers are up on TikTok right now. Let's not do that.
I thought the same shit, bro. Why would you get rid of TikTok? Like, what the fuck, man? We were talking about it earlier where it's like, especially shit that we do.
Yeah.
When you're on there just to indulge, right? Like, we get guests on Instagram and stuff because it's a little more branding. There's a lot more branding on Instagram. There's other things on Instagram that we like, you know. But TikTok is like indulge. It's content. That's all it is. And for people like us, like, I love that platform, man. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
It's like, you take that away. Why? Like, what's going on here? Like,
they do a lot of shit that I don't like.
Like what?
Taking down like my videos that have absolutely
no bad
backing.
shit.
Yeah, no bad shit. No backing to the actual. Yeah.
They're super sensitive.
Yeah.
We can't have any curse words. Like, you can't have not one curse word or nothing like that. Shit starts. You might check your video 2 days later and there's no audio because they just totally blocked it out, and you find out you had a content violation. Some of the posts we put on our stories because they got banned, you know, they weren't on TikTok. Like, we were getting content violations, so we're like, fuck it, we'll just put it on the story or something like that. Instagram's a little looser.
Very loose, yeah.
With the.
Do you guys have like role models in the space or just overall in life?
You're a role model.
Yeah.
Bet. I love that.
Yeah, man.
I don't know how to accept that.
No. Just you.
You, bro.
No.
You and Joe Rogan.
Andrew Scholes is a big role model for me. I fuck with that motherfucker for a long time. Yeah.
In the mirror.
Flagrant. Which is crazy that that Barstool Sports, which is Flagrant's under Barstool Sports, got bought out.
Oh yeah, they did.
I think NBC, right, or something like that.
Somebody bought them out. NBC?
Yeah, I think it was NBC. I think it was like a news station. I think
that and Marty Bird.
It's a good investment.
Marty Bird.
Oh man, fucking what's his name? Portnoy, whatever his name is. I forgot. He made fucking money off of that.
Oh yeah.
Is he still working or did he sell it and he's dipping?
I'm not quite sure the details.
No, it's his baby.
Because I'm pretty sure it already sold, but I know that I just recently saw some new stuff with him. He was interviewing I forgot who it was, but I saw him recently do something. So I think he's still on. I think he's still a part of it, but For how long or what? I don't know.
How about you?
What, my role model?
Mm-hmm.
Such a hard question, man.
It's not us.
No,
I'm just joking.
Well, that's the thing is I pull a little bit of everything from everybody.
Mm-hmm. What made you want to start a podcast? Is it something? It's not a role model thing. Huh?
Here we go, interviewing you now.
I loved it. I've been waiting. Probably Joe.
Yeah.
For the podcast.
Yeah.
Joe Biden?
Joe Rogan.
I'm just joking.
Definitely not Joe Biden.
I'm just joking.
I don't know, man. I wish I had. That's the thing is I wish I did have a role model.
Yeah.
Really?
I wish I did.
Yeah. I mean,
I guess the role model is like what the person like I want to be, and then I look at him like, what the fuck are you? Like, where are you?
yeah. Yeah.
Where were you?
Because I don't want to be none of those people per se, right? But it's like, yeah, I definitely, those are the people I emulate a little bit, right? Like those are where it's like, you know, because even like some of the shit we do, like my girl would listen to some of our episodes and be like, what the fuck were you talking about? Like, especially this one, like you were saying this and that. And it's like, yeah.
Let's go full jungle.
Full jungle.
Full
Not even
jungle.
like partially.
No,
jungle.
full jungle. I've never shaved my butthole a day in my life.
That's too much. All right. 4 fucking Red Bulls. I've never.
Here.
No.
You want a shotgun?
No.
You want a shotgun one to close it out? I'm not gonna peer pressure you, but if you want.
Could I even handle that?
Are you good at shotgunning?
No, bro.
Listen, I don't suggest you to drink a 5th.
No, I'm not going to do it. I'm
Okay.
pussy.
You sure you don't want to shotgun it? But I'm not gonna peer pressure you, bro.
I'm pussy, bro. I'm too pussy.
Have you ever heard of video.ai? VIDYO.ai?
No, they spelled video wrong.
Yeah. But so the cool thing with it is that you can upload your video and it will actually make clips for you.
Are they good though?
Yeah, like full subtitles, everything. You have to do like maybe a little bit of edits on the
Now,
subtitles, but
they're not okay. So like, we talked about Fiverr, right? Sending in a video to do clips on Fiverr or whatever. 1,000% those guys are not. If you're not giving them a timestamps to clip, 1,000% those guys are not watching those videos and then making clips. They're putting it through this AI that snips up what should be good clips. And then they take that and work with that, and then add subtitles and stuff like that.
It's really cool. You can actually do a good portion of it. I think you can get like 75 minutes for free a month or something like that. But it's pretty cool, man. I did it with one of our episodes, and it had pretty good clips. The only thing you can like literally just slide the little bar, and then it will like you can put like exactly what area you want. But the editor for it is super freaking easy, man. You can like the whole layout, like you can click one thing, click. From this time, and it makes the whole fucking clip for you if you want to do like your specific ones too.
Love it.
It's actually really cool. I was actually really surprised with it. But it's video.ai. VIDY.
You should have walked around the podcast convention to all the editors and been like,
stupid.
I found out afterwards. But yeah.
Yeah.
Well, I specifically wanted us to run longer than the episode I was on with you guys.
Yes.
Just to like, one up it, and then when I come back on your guys, we can one up it again.
Let's go, man.
But yeah, we ran an hour 52. Where can they find?
We're at an hour 52.
Yeah, man.
Holy.
Well, we took
shit.
a bathroom break though.
Yeah, so like minus 10 minutes, we'll do that.
Yeah.
That's beautiful.
Yeah, minus 10 minutes. Where can they find you guys?
Everywhere. Literally everywhere.
PocketWatch Podcast at PocketWatch Podcast on Instagram, YouTube, TikTok. Come fuck with us. We're on Spotify, Apple, YouTube again. Spotify, we actually have Spotify video. So if you like listening to podcasts and you want to check in on some video or whatever the case is, that's what we got hooked up on Spotify.
Yeah, we're on iHeartRadio. Literally everything you could possibly think of.
iHeartRadio. Check the link tree.
Yeah, I was going to say, if you guys wanted to get something easy, you can just go to Linktree. It's like linktree.com/PocketWatch Podcast, or go to our Instagram and you can find it in our bio.
Yep, we got rappers, comedians. We're going to have Brant on again. We fucking love this guy.
Yes,
this is the dope show. We're genuinely flattered to be on this show.
Cheers, mate.
We are freaking fans of this show. I remember, like I said, we watched this show. I fucked with you guys, and I was like, this is what we need. I was literally sending screenshots to the group chat, like,
hell yeah.
What are we doing if we're not doing this? What are we doing if we're not doing this? And then you guys went viral with the go get the gas and shit like that. I'm like, oh my God. Let's go.
Yeah, I really appreciate that, bro. That's super flattering. And now you guys are on the wet slap.
Yes.
So,
Yeah.
Slapping culture.
Full circle.
Yeah, bro.
Right?
Yeah. Like, follow, share, subscribe.
That's what they should do.
Tell your mother.
Come
That's a little bit young. That's a little bit young. That's your
For this
friend.
conversation.
Not Angelina.
Your granddaughter.